Ah, yes. Today we're making the Ramen Burger. I can't forget the first time I had one in Brooklyn. Just have to try this for myself.
Sharp ass knife here. Oh, also, this is the Ramen Burger! I've been waiting so long to try and make this. Finally found the balls. Let's see. Oh, it smells so good, guys. Hell yeah. Oh my god. Except all the nori's on my hand now. Okay, I'm gonna sprinkle it back on. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Look at that. Don't fall on me. Look at this. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, I think I did good. By the looks of it. Oh my god, this is a dream come true.
We're just gonna start out with the ramen bun. Feel free to use any brand. I'm using my favorite, Nissin Roah. Each package of ramen should make one burger. Now we're gonna reserve the sauce for seasoning later. Simple math. If you're making it for 2, use 2 packages of ramen. Let's cook the ramen for 3 minutes. While it's cooking, prepare 1 tablespoon per each burger you're making. I'm making 2, so 2 tablespoons. We're just gonna slice it out. Set aside, easy peasy. Once the ramen noodles are ready, we're gonna drain out all the excess water and then toss it into a big bowl. Toss in the butter while it's still steaming. Let's make sure that the butter is coated on every single strand of ramen. We wanna get that buttery flavor and grease the noodle. Once it looks pretty evenly coated, we're gonna start tossing it a little bit to cool the noodles down. Let me just hide that one little piece of butter that I won't quit. Use 1 egg for each burger you're making. Find the cutest one and crack it open. Beat it lightly. Wow, that color, I love that color. After we beat it, look at this noodle. It's not steaming anymore, so we're gonna pour our scrambled egg on top. Now we don't have to worry about cooking the eggs in the noodle. I'm quite tickled by the sound it's making. My hands are greasy as hell, but that's kind of perfect. We're gonna coat the bottom of these dishes. Oh, speaking of dishes, you do want to find 2 to 4 equally sized lids or dishes for condiment. Look for household items that make a good mold. Even a bowl would work. Just layer it evenly. We're just trying to achieve a uniform size, so it's more convincing. I'm gonna use saran wrap so we can stack them on top of each other, having a little pressure. Once we assemble this beautiful stack, we can put it in the fridge and let it chill and take form for at least 20 minutes. Now, the burger patty. 6 ounce is the perfect size, not too thin to overcook. We are just gonna salt and pepper it on both sides. You can't screw this up. If you add anything else into your patty, it becomes a meatloaf. So keep it simple, stupid. Moving on to the toppings. One of my favorite things with my recipe is using the shiitake bacon, which I've taught you guys how to make before. All we have to do is gently remove the stem, slice them into 1/4-inch slices because they shrink quite a lot, and always make extra because there's never enough of these flavor bombs. They come out so smoky. We're gonna season it with 1 teaspoon of soy sauce, which I failed to film here. Toss it up, accompanied by 1/2 teaspoon of sesame oil. Throw it on a piece of foil, bake it at 375 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 minutes. Flip them and throw them back in the oven. Check it every 10 minutes, and when it's done, pull it out. Alright, grasshopper, this is the texture you're trying to achieve. Crispy on the edges, but still has a little pull. Now, the Asian onion. Scallions. I'm just gonna take the body of it, slice them in half, and saute it, keeping the form of it while we do that. And take the end parts for garnishing later. Instead of using lettuce like some basic burger, we're gonna use cucumber. We're gonna put it through the slicer a few times. I wanna get to a part where the seeds are. Look at that sucker. Oh, it's beautiful. Okay, now the sauce. I'm gonna use the long forgotten wasabi mayo, and I suggest everyone to adjust to their own spice levels, but with me, I'm gonna use 4 tablespoons of mayo with 1 teaspoon of wasabi, adding in 1 tablespoon minced garlic and 1 tablespoon minced ginger for some chew, texture, aroma, and flavor. Mix it up and make sure there's no chunks of wasabi because you don't want to get assassinated later while you're eating your burger. Taste it. It's a lot of flavors, but when you put it on top of the burger, it's gonna be so perfect. Okay guys, I think it's time to turn on the fire. While the pan is preheating, take your before ramen and now burger bun. Try to gracefully remove it from the mold. We're gonna fry it until it's golden on both sides. This step is totally optional, but I'm tossing in some sesame and crunched up seaweed for some color on top of that ramen. It's all about the aesthetics and what people see on the gram. You feel me? Man, these guys already look so much better than a burger bun right now. And I think partially it's because the effort we put in. Right guys? Okay, we're almost there. Since we have the non-stick pan going, I'm gonna throw in a sunny side up or two, saute it with the scallion while we're here. And on separate pan, I'm gonna cook my patty. 4 minutes on each side for perfect medium burger. That landed bad. But this is also a perfect lesson. Once your protein hits the surfaces of a scorching hot skillet, let it be. Adding on cheese at the last minute. I'm using mild cheddar. I don't want to overwhelm the flavor of the cucumber and egg. And guys, I think it is time for de-assemble. First, we're gonna pick out the not as good looking one for the bottom, quote unquote bun. We're gonna layer it with cucumber. That's actually to prevent the bun from getting soggy from the drippings and the sauce above. Do you recall the ramen seasoning that we reserved? Now you can shake it up and toss it right on top of the cucumbers. And if your seasoning is in powder form, I would suggest that you mix it with hot water. On top of that beautiful seasoning, we're gonna lay our patty, then add our sauteed scallions. Throw in our homemade wasabi mayo on top, then slide that sunny side up oh so smoothly. For some texture, I'm gonna toss some sesame seed if you have some, raw scallion for some crunch, and last but not least, the flavor bomb, shiitake bacon. Top it with our ramen bun. Wow, I'm proud.
Welcome back to my attic. It's just hot as balls downstairs. This burger took some effort. I would say it's not the easiest to achieve, but I think by the looks of it, it's gonna be worthwhile. Unfortunately, when I put the bun, it just started leaking and it broke yolk. But I mean, look at this. It's hot though, I'll still eat it. I mean, it happens so organically, so I think it's part of the experience. If I didn't have to film, I'll be slurping it up all as soon as it left the skillet. I think if you have an hour to spare, it's worth the try. I'm about to eat it, And so I'm here to tell you, first, subscribe. I don't know what you're waiting for. Obviously, we feast together. I post twice a week, every Thursday and every Sunday. I never skip, okay? I'm devoted to you guys, okay? Secondly, I'm about to launch a series. I've been doing some ASMR and I eat like an animal. I think I suck at it, so you know what? I'm gonna do mukbangs, storytelling mukbangs. And this series is gonna be called How I Met My Girlfriend. I guarantee it, I'm making it my job to make you guys laugh. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe, hit the like button, comment down below what you wanna eat next. Let's go!